Hi guys and welcome back to my channel Popcorn Reviews. I am Farhad. If you are new to this channel then please smash that subscribe button now. And the series that we are going to be discussing today is the Tamil series Surad the Vortex, which premiered on Amazon Prime. Now I must admit that I have critically been watching so many films, even from down south, from Telugu, from Tamil to Malayalam to Kannada. So many films I've been watching, and they are really impressive. They really have that writing in them to to attract the attention. But somehow I felt that the same isn't being translated into the web series. I don't quite remember any web series that is a breakthrough web series, and to be honest, I've watched only a handful. It will be a little difficult for me to comment on why this is happening. Probably it is a mental thing for the audience, to follow the subtitles for a good 5 hours for the entire duration of the series if the Hindi dub is not available, or whether simply the construction of the world, that is a bit of an issue. It will be a bit of a difficult question to answer as to why the success hasn't been translated into the web series. When I say success, I meant popularity wise. It's not been as popular as the films are. But so that was, I was very surprised when Amazon Prime actually handpicked Surat the Vortex. And by the way, if I'm pronouncing it wrong, please let me know in the comment section. And I was a little surprised, and I came to know that after digging in a little deeper, that the writers of the show were Pushkar and Gayatri, who had previously made Vikram Veda. They are also making the Hindi one, the Hindi remake, and they are terrific writers, and that got the curiosity going. Then there were famous celebrities like S.S. Rajamouli or even Anurag Kashyap who were praising the film. So that itself, got me, excited. And the first word about Sword is that it is a mind boggling murder mystery. It is outstanding. The story, it just, the way the writers Pushkar and Gayatri have been able to construct a world basically of intrigue, that is fascinating, and construct a world of mystery, intrigue, as well as to introduce the layered story that is there. It begins off with the introduction of the characters and the town that they live in. They're in the middle of a festival. There's a factory issue going on, lot of things that are going on while you're introducing the series. And also there's a mythological reference in the story. So once it begins with a kidnapping drama to say a romance, and there's a whole episode of romance that is there, which allows you to invest time in that love story, and so you get connected to the characters also, which ultimately then you come to know that they've been murdered, and then the actual story starts. So this is the layered storytelling that I was actually referring to, and it is so brilliant to watch and so enthralling. And I was even talking about the mythological references. This takes place across 8 days of a festival, and each day, is drawn parallel to the mystery, the case that is there, and there are so many twists and turns. It is hard to depict. I mean, predict the killer, who's the actual killer here, and I was able to do it. To be fair, probably in the at the end of the seventh episode, that is before the start of the eighth episode, I could somehow guess where the story is headed. And but then it is hard again, because this is simply because I've been consuming so much content that I can do it out of elimination. But even I had a thing about one particular character which did not turn out to be the murderer. So yeah, so that angle is also there. So in other words, the screenplay, the story is terrific, and the way they constructed that world, that is, I think, quite brilliant. Coming to the technical aspects, I think the dialogues are quite cerebral, and you will really need to pay attention to them to not miss out on any detail. The music, I think, and the BGM, they beautifully complement the storytelling technique, and they add a level of intrigue to the story as well. The unsung heroes here are the cinematography and the editing. The editing, I think, is super crisp. I think uh, jump there. I didn't really realize any jump cuts that were there. It was smoothly transitioning from one scene to another. Editing does not mean, by the way, the length of the episodes, which, by the way, there are 8 episodes of 45 minutes each, roughly. That doesn't mean that does not count as the editing. The editing is transition from one episode to another, from one scene to another, and if that, I think, it did not, I get a feeling like, what just happened? Why did they just cut it there? Then the editing is very sharp, and here it was exactly that. And the cinematography, I think, the way they've captured, the different the landscapes of the town, and the uh, with the smoke and everything, the fog, simply, if you see the grand revolution that is there, the fog, just goes out, and then you see the face of who the actual murderer is. So I think the cinematography is excellent, even the way they've captured some of the beautiful frames that are there of the festival. I think this was a big screen experience that unfortunately did not translate into the big screen, and missed out on that. The director Brahma, I think he's done a terrific job here, and he's able to translate the script and make it his own. He's able to construct a world and give it a voice, basically, and that is something that is really special here. His direction is absolutely top notch. If there are any budding writers or directors, just study the way the world has been created here. So, coming to the performances, I think the performances are terrific. I think Kathir, he has such a magnetic presence on screen, and he's very endearing and sincere. Aishwarya Rajesh, I think, is a very uh, complex character, and her voice that has been dubbed, by Priya Raina, I believe. She, I think, has made her look a lot real, and the even Aishwarya, she's done a terrific job. Even some of the other characters like Shriya Reddy and Harish, all of them, I think, Parthiban, uh, all of them have done a good job. All of them have done a good job. Even the smallest of characters, Gopika and Frederick, they all are brilliant here. And this is, I think, the entire ensemble has just come together to create something that is very special. And do I recommend it? Hell, I do recommend it. Yes, and it is a mind-boggling murder mystery. Even if you have been able to predict right at the end, how who the killer is. It's not important who the killer is. The journey, the way they, the layered storytelling that they actually are able to create and to reveal secrets, and a cliffhanger at the end of every episode. I think that is what is important. So, Suar, the Vortex is highly recommended from my side. And if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. If you're liking this video, please smash that like button. Let me know on what other content you want me to review on. What are your thoughts on Suar the Vortex? Have you watched it? What were your impressions of it? And if you'd like to read my full review, then the link of which is in the description box below, of Popcorn Reviews, with a double S. So, and also check out so many other reviews that I have of movies and series that I have reviewed over the weekend. I think you will find all those reviews on my site, Popcorn Reviews. So until next time, then, thank you so much.